This is an important race to me. This is an important race because the model that you're making. There's a lot of people who are understandably a little down because of New York yesterday, and I'm trying to help put the emphasis on not just what's going to happen in Pennsylvania, but what's going to happen after the primaries, what's going to happen after this election. And one of the things that has to happen is there has to be a model. There has to be a very strong model that shows how small amounts of money can be leveraged for maximum impact. And what you're doing is really embodying that. So how do you said something on the first time you came in, you said this model is great, but you have to win for it to be validated. So what do you need? How do you win this?
Well, first I want to say something that I think is very important. I think for Bernie Sanders supporters, myself, obviously I'm a huge Bernie Sanders supporter to hear. There are so many rallies, there are so many marches where tens of thousands of people, hundreds of people, whatever, are getting together to beat their chest and show we support Bernie Sanders, we're against the system, doesn't this feel good? And yes, it does feel good. But what people need to realize is that politics isn't about making ourselves feel good. It's about making sure that we do good for our communities. And while rallies can be a great place to have fun and connect with other like-minded people, the reality is Sanders' campaign, in my opinion, has not done a good job in the same way that Barack Obama did in 2008 and in 2012 to take that amazing progressive energy that are at the rallies and converting them into local, organized, grassroots engagement. They've done very good with phone calls, but phone calls are like what I consider like the artillery fire that lays the groundwork for ground troops to come in and take care of business. Right. And I don't think that has happened in an effective way with Bernie Sanders' campaign. I love Bernie. Yeah. And it's not anything against him. They've been doing the very best that they can. I don't think that they necessarily expected to be in this position with so much money, so much support, so quickly like they have been. And when they've been able to sort of surge certain states that are smaller geographically, they've been able to get that done. But I think there is a huge challenge for progressives, for all of us to realize that we need to turn that energy from rallies that feel good. Yes, we're holding signs. People are honking for us. That's great. And we need to turn that into the hard work, the not so fun work of being out there when it's 80 degrees or when it's 40 degrees and knocking on doors and having real conversations with people. Because imagine if 20,000 people that showed up to Prospect Park to hear Bernie Sanders, imagine if those 20,000 people instead of 2 hours there, went and knocked on doors for 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
Could have swung the whole election.
Yeah, no, that is the damn right, man. That's exactly, because when you said 40 people knocked on 3,000 doors, imagine what even just 5,000 of those people knocking on doors could have done and could have leveraged. So it's the energy, it's the passion, but you're exuding a level of passion that made me want to get you back on the show as much as I could, because as you speak, people can connect with that. And so it's a combination that we have to do, man. And I think your motto is perfect. And I think first of all, you need to win, but then you need you to package that up so that it can be leveraged over and over again, state by state, at least in the primary level. I know on a general election level, it's going to be something totally different.